Hello, it is me again. I have decided to do another video. This one might be a bit on the controversial side. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk about politics, even though I am kind of a bit passionate about that subject. No, today we are going to talk about video games. And one video game in particular, actually quite a big release that came out earlier this year, Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay, let's go. Now, why am I talking about Monster Hunter Wilds? So, it had a very, very rocky launch. The reviews are terrible because it is basically overflowing with like performance issues and bugs. The game has been out, I believe, for what, like maybe 4 months now, and Capcom still hasn't fixed any of the issues. And it's just getting downvoted to oblivion with negative reviews on the Steam store page, which rightfully so. It's, in my personal opinion, it's a broken product. And so I played the game back during its alpha and beta stages. It ran like shit and it looked like shit, in my personal opinion. Like, it was just, the frame rate was all over the place. Couldn't even keep 60 FPS. The textures looked like something out of a freaking PS3 game. Hell, some people had the game looking like a PS1 game, where they would have their GPUs didn't have enough VRAM to render the game, and it looked like a freaking PS1 game. It's just terrible all round. And people would be like, "Look, bro, Capcom are gonna fix the game, alright? This is just the beta. I know the game comes out in like 6 weeks, but they're definitely going to fix everything." It's like, yeah, they're really going to somehow fix all these issues and completely revamp their broken engine that they're using. Sure. Hell, give me some of the copium you're inhaling, man. Jesus, I need it. God damn. And, oh, God, cough there. Not to say that Monster Hunter isn't my favorite like game franchise of all time, right? It's not like a Final Fantasy, a Persona, or like a Nier Automata for me, you know? But I still find the games fun. You know, I played Monster Hunter World and Rise. And I played both of them solo. And I had quite a reasonable, enjoyable time. Now, I didn't have any friends to play co-op with. I have no friends, I know it's very sad. But then again, on the flip side, I kind of hate people too, so I just love to sit back, relax, play a single-player game, and just not to worry about anything. Have to worry about socializing or interacting with people. It's great. But let's be honest, these games are primarily for co-op. The co-op element makes everything a million times better, you know. You hunt these big, giant monsters with your homies. You kill them, you harvest their carcasses, you craft better weapons and armor, and that's kind of like the gameplay loop. It's quite addicting and fun, so, like, I get it. I still had fun playing single player, but really, you want to get the full experience, it is co-op. That being said, now, will Capcom ever fix this game? Probably not. This game made like $10 million on its first, like, launch opening week, right? So from Capcom's perspective, they're like, bitch, we already got all your money, why the hell would we fix the game? It's like some car dealership, they just sold you like a $20 million sports car, but oh, 1 or 2 of the tires are a bit dodgy. Well, you know, we've already got your cash, so, you know, sucks to be you, I guess. And this is the unfortunate thing with the current industry, and as well as players, both are to blame, right? Because the industry wouldn't exist without the players, you know, promoting it and financially supporting it, is that gamers just want to buy the newest, latest thing, day one. They give into the hype. And that's how we are. That's why we're in this situation where you have this broken mess of a game that has sold 10 million copies, and 4 months later, it's still a broken mess because Capcom's already made their money. So it's actually insane. And you got people who barely have like mid-range PCs from 5 years ago who are going out their way to upgrade their rigs to play the game. They have like 3070s, which I know is like a 5-year-old card at this point, but like a 3070 from what I've seen of Monster Hunter Wilds should be more than capable to play that game. It doesn't look that impressive at all, in my opinion. And the person who I'm referring to is a friend, so they know who I'm talking about them. But it's like, dude, I would not spend money to upgrade my fucking PC to play this game. Like, I get it if you're upgrading your PC to play other games as well, that makes sense. But like you should not be expected to upgrade your I can obviously if you're like running like a freaking a GTX 1060 from like fucking 10 years ago, then yeah, obviously yeah, you probably should upgrade that fucking old ass PC, right? That's fair enough. But like mid-range hardware from a couple years ago, it's the developer's fault. The developers are the ones who should be able to make a playable product, in my opinion, right? And also, this reminds me of I got into a bit of a argument / disagreement with someone on Discord. We were talking about the Monster Hunter Wilds beta, and I said, well, my personal experience of the beta was really bad. The game ran like absolute utter shit. It was stuttering. It couldn't keep a consistent frame rate. It was just all over the place. And now even the textures looked bad. The game just looked like PS3 textures. It was just horrible to look at. Visually, it looked like a turd, and it also ran like a turd. That was my opinion. And they were like, "Oh, well, the game runs fine for me and all my friends, so it must be just a you issue, man." And I'm just thinking to myself, no, it's not just a me issue. You go on the Steam forum community page, and there's tons of other people who have the exact same issues as I do, right? You know what I mean? And then it's like, and then I'm like, okay, well, it's not just me. So I send like 4 or 5 different videos of people playing the game on YouTube, benchmarking their personal experience, and they reply back with like, oh, all you do is just regurgitate videos you see on YouTube like a mindless drone. A mindless drone. And I'm just like, dude, wait, what the fuck are you on about? Like, you do realize that I literally just sent you videos of people just playing the game and sharing their experience. If anything, the videos I'm sending you are more credible information than you just saying, well, me and all my friends played the game and it's amazing, so just trust me, bro. You know what I mean? That's more credible. And it was just like got an argument from there, and it's like in retrospect, obviously, it's a really stupid thing to get into an argument over, like a video game. It's ridiculous, but you have to understand, some people take it like if you dislike their favorite game or franchise, they take it as like a personal attack, like you just insulted their religion or like a family member or a loved one. It's like really weird cult-like behavior. So. And that's the kind of thing that's on the Steam page, is like people have genuine issues and say the game is bad. It's like, I don't care what you say. It's objectively a shitty port. Like, objectively, it's a terribly optimized game. Like, you can be the biggest fanboy on planet Earth, but that's my opinion. And if you tell me otherwise, you're just living in a deluded reality, or you're fucking stuck. You got your head strapped into the Matrix or something, because we are on different. We obviously are experiencing different paths of reality. Actually, I don't want to get political, but it reminds me of people with like, it was super right wing, and they like, you could look at the evidence, like anything like Trump is doing, it's just all bad, and they would come up with some excuse or copium. Oh, well, he's being controlled, blah blah blah, or like all this, and it's ridiculous. But anyway, I don't want to get off topic, but like, yes, reality for some people is very different, and the TLDR of that is, I just wish gamers had a bit more backbone and they wouldn't give in to hype and buy games day one. I wish they would just be like, okay, this game looks like it's not on the best state at launch. Maybe we should wait on our purchase till the developers fix the game. But Capcom is never going to fix this game, because they don't need to, because they've already got your fucking money, suckers. They've already made bank, so why would they fix a product that's made them bank? You know what I mean? So, it's just a thing. So, just play Expedition 33. That's my opinion, right? Yeah, I know one is like a very story-driven single-player RPG, and the other is like it's like a co-op game where you kill giant, big monster beasts with your mates, and you harvest their parts, and you get upgrades. Like I said before, it's a very fun and addicting loop. So not the same games, but I would just say like, why waste your time with games like Monster Hunter Wild when you got Expedition 33, the best RPG of our time, by the way. God, I love hyping that game out so much. And now that I think about it, it's not just an issue with Monster Hunter Wilds. Even Oblivion Remastered, which is nowhere near as bad as Monster Hunter Wilds. Don't get it twisted at all. But even with me, I have a 4080 Super, which is like a high-end card. I have a Ryzen 7 7800X 3D, which is one of the best CPUs you can get. And I'm playing the game 1440p, ultra settings. I had like DLSS quality cracked on. And even when I'm just randomly exploring the open world, I get stutters. And it's like, dude, my system is so fucking overpowered and broken. Why the hell am I getting stutters from this game? And I understand the issue. It's just like Monster Hunter Wilds. It runs on Unreal. But also it's got the privilege of being like fused with Bethesda's buggy engine. So it's like a recipe for disaster. It's like a mutant baby. You just put these two bad things together and they combine to make this even worse a thing. So I get that, but it's like, and they released a patch recently, and the patch took 8 weeks, and it still didn't fix the stuttering. And I'm just like, dude, like, why am I paying all this money for like pretty premium, expensive hardware when game devs aren't even bothered about optimizing their games? I mean, it's just a joke, right? It's just a joke, and God knows how that game plays on console. Actually, I wonder how Monster Hunter Wild plays on console. Oh dear God, that is something I do not want to experience. Anyways, that is basically my 2 cents, and I just wanted to get this off my chest and rant a little. So, if anyone watches this or listens to this, thank you for staying tuned for my incoherent ramblings for this long, and have a nice day. And play Expedition 33 and fuck Monster Hunter Wilds, because it's a piece of shit. Goodbye, and good night.